Everybody, Jen Green here from Property House. It is a rather chilly morning today, but I shouldn't complain because it's not below zero. And it's January. It's actually been quite lovely. So welcome, welcome. I am standing outside of our latest renovation project here in Brooklyn Center in the Twin Cities Metro. I'm super excited to have you guys here. We haven't been here for a little while, and there's been some very big changes that have happened here. And actually Friday, we're hoping to be our punch list day. For those of you who don't know, that's pretty much like our last walkthrough of the house to fix the little things that need to be fixed, and then it should be ready to go. We're hoping to list probably January 21st or so that week. And so if you are watching from the Metro and it seems like a house that you would like to have, please let us know. But yeah, so for those of you though, if this is your first time joining us, welcome. Thank you for joining me today. I am Jen Green, like I said, from Property House Partners here in the Twin Cities Metro in Minnesota. We help folks out who need to sell their homes quickly for cash or for terms for whatever reason, from, you know, inheriting a home, too many repairs, divorce situation, incarceration, foreclosures. Any of those situations we're able to help you. Or if you just really didn't want to sell on the traditional market, we're able to help you there too. So I'm excited, like I said, to show you guys today what we've done to this house. I'm going to flip you guys around and then we can start. So starting out here, if you guys remember the last time we were here, this house was a very, very bright, like robin's egg blue. And so what we did was we changed, obviously, all of the vinyl siding. It was the original vinyl siding from the 50s. It was in pretty rough shape. And so we switched that all out. Obviously, we changed out all of the windows. And just for those of you folks, in order for us to get our permit closed on our vinyl siding, just make note that the inspector says that we have to dig out a trail for them around the house. Otherwise, they're not coming through the snow. Just a little point there for... whatever, we'll just get past that. But anyway, it's called boots. So we also had to rebuild the top of our chimney here because it was completely falling apart. So they came in, redid that, did the cap, did the flashing, and then rebuilt all of that, which was super awesome. And I think this house just looks spectacular. We painted the foundation block a really nice crisp white, put in new gutters as well, and then also back over here put in an egress window to make it a legal fourth bedroom. So these houses around here, we call them ramblers, or a single story, a ranch style house. They're really popular in Brooklyn Center. They go really fast. Again, too, with it being a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. And there's actually a 5th non-conforming bedroom, which makes it even more appealing. I think you guys remember we did some concrete repair over here, did some ceiling. We also put in new transom windows here in the basement, and then redid our garage as well. Unfortunately, over the break time, let me switch this around here a second. Unfortunately, over the time off around Christmas and New Year's, we had someone try and break into our garage, and they did break the side door, but we hadn't replaced that, so that wasn't really that big of a deal. But they did break our garage door, so I think you might be able to see it here. It's kind of angled funny. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but yeah, they completely broke the garage door trying to get in. And oh my gosh, look what there is in here. Nothing. So they stole nothing. It was all for naught, which, you know, people do silly things. But anyway, that was one of the kind of the biggest things that we had happen. I think a really good thing you can always say too is, just a little tip, is that if you are redoing a home and you meet the neighbors, I always suggest going to meet the neighbors and just tell them what you're up to. Let them know to keep an eye on the house. It just makes things a little bit easier, and then they're even more happy about it, so that they know what's going on. So back of the house, same thing here too. Oops, hold on. Siding was redone. Back here, we had to put in a new window right there in the bathroom, actually because it was all completely rotted out, and so we put that in there. I didn't want to get rid of the window in the bathroom. I'm a window fan in the bathroom, so we kept that in there just to keep the extra light in there. And here we come in. So here is our almost done kitchen. I'm going to take you guys from the other angle. If you remember, we didn't change the floors in here because they were fairly updated and it didn't need to be done. But here's our kitchen right now. We did white shakers, and this time we did a little bit of a different top because we Here's another suggestion. If you're doing a kitchen, redoing a kitchen, and you have a busy granite and also a busy backsplash, it's gonna look, well, just too busy. And so because we knew that our backsplash is gonna be busy, we did more of a neutral countertop so that it kind of offsets the other one. So this is gonna look really super awesome. It'll be a bright white kitchen. There's my hanging shelves and floating shelves because that's kind of what I like and that's what we do. And it's always been a big selling point for us. And that obviously, we did the bigger pulls on this one. We're hoping that our appliances are gonna come in on Monday and then be installed later in the week. And then our backsplash should be going in at some point this week, later this week. We've switched out most of our electric, or our lights. Hannah was awesome and found this one on Facebook Marketplace, I think for like 30 bucks, which was nice because we have to do the chain on this one because we didn't want to move the electrical. So that'll be repositioned. And then the other cool thing, if you guys remember, there used to be like a half wall right here. And so we took that out, and then our floor people just feathered in the wood right down here. It was 1.5 inch red oak, which is pretty easy to match. We laid down that LVP flooring, had that go all the way into the front hall closet, put in a new light fixture there, painted our front doors and the back door. Like I said, put in all these new windows here, right, that you'll see. And then we stained our wood, and it's more of a walnut color this time. We went darker because if you guys remember in the back, one of the back rooms, there was some pretty bad staining on the floor, and it's really hard to, you'll see every kind of stain pretty much on there if you go with a lighter wood. And so we decided to go darker, and plus I think it looks really nice in here too, the contrast with the walls and the ceilings and everything. So we're really happy with how that turned out, and I'll show you guys how that looks in the other room too. Oh, hi Bren, hi Carla. Happy you ladies are watching. And then back in here, this was a huge transformation. Our bathroom, this super awesome vanity that Hannah found at Minnesota Home Outlet. I think she did this one at TJ Maxx and Home Goods. And then obviously we don't have all of our lights on, but that light fixture right there, still have to paint in the back of there. New toilet, new surround here in the bath, all new fixtures in there too. We still have to get our bathtub done. And then the LVP flooring in here. If you remember, that was like some black, thanks Bren, it was like some brown tiling. It was weird. And so obviously the doors are still in here. Here's another thing I did for this house, and the reason why. The doors that we had on the main floor were okay. I mean, they needed some work, but they were all flat panel doors. And when I was doing the comps in this house, in this neighborhood, I saw that all of the higher comps they all had 6-panel doors on their main floor. And so it's not a huge expense, but I just noticed that was one of the big differences, was the 6-panel doors on their main floor. So we switched out all of our main floor doors for 6-panel, and then actually reused a lot of the doors from up here downstairs, because some of the ones downstairs were pretty rough. And so if anything, you know, we stored, repurposed, reused them. That's something that we also really like to do at Property House. We don't like to get rid of everything if we don't have to. You know, recycle it, restore it, reuse it if we can, reinvent the house with some of the things that were here already. So that was one of the biggest, like I said, upgrades kind of that we did up here that we noticed was really different from some of the other houses in the neighborhood. So we will keep going. All right, so that's that bathroom. I'm really happy with how that turned out. I think it looks really nice. Yeah, just a couple things to finish in there. And then this is one of our bedrooms, right? So obviously paint, redid the floors, new windows, new light fixture, new closet door. And then, yep, that's all painted in there too. And then we've got our master, that's up here. Lights aren't working in here yet. We don't have any bulbs in there yet, but still I gotta get the access panel closed out for the bathtub. But nice big closet, you know, obviously for this type of house, that's a good size closet. If you remember too, I left this fan because it was in really nice shape. It was newer and it looked quite lovely already in this room, and it still does. And so there was no need to take that one out and replace it. We are having all of the outlets on this main floor become GFCI and arc faulted because they are not grounded at this point. And so we're having that done. Our electrician is upgrading all of that for us. And then this was our other bedroom that we had, where the floor stains over here were super bad. And I have to give it up to our floor guy, Marvin. He's amazing. I mean, this room was, I mean, it was really bad, for lack of better words. We do have to come in. It did take off some of the paint that we did from, you'll see it on the trim there. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. Yeah, Bren, I think they are too. Yes, Carla, we do have a good source list. We have been looking out all over the Twin Cities for it. So take note, go to these places. But yeah, here is our, like I said, this room, and I think new light fixture and stuff too. Same thing, the closet right there, all that's been redone. I just still can't get over this floor, to be honest, because like I said, it was terrible, and I was really worried if we were going to be able to save it or not, and it looks absolutely fantastic. So can't complain about that. I have to say our floor guy was from Brian, our construction, our general construction, our GC. So he's pretty amazing. And I would highly recommend him for anybody's job. So if you're interested in that, you can let me know, but I'm also going to let you steal him from me either. Just kidding. I'm priority. No, I'm kidding. All right. So downstairs, here we go. Let me flip this around. All right. So here is we going into our basement. One of the things we did, I just want to, before we go is, so this was kind of a pantry that was already an inset. And what we ended up doing was we didn't change it out necessarily in here because everything in here was in fairly good shape. We still need to paint that down there and get that out. But all of these were here. And so all we did was really just switched out the front panels on here. Just got new front panel doors. And then, like I said, that updates everything really nice. And it's not something that we had to completely switch out. So that pantry was already built in. And then, like I said, once we get our appliances in, I mean, we'll pretty much be done. And then, like I said, once that backsplash goes in, it'll look really nice. Okay, so heading down to the basement, we just did a wood overlay here. There was some tile, and it would have been more of a deal to rip that up and redo it. So we just did an overlay on there and then painted it obviously to match the rest of this. This part over here used to be open, but that's not up to code anymore, so we had to close that off. And then if you guys remember the last time we were down here, it was just all cement and just dark and kind of dismal. And so we put in new light fixtures. Didn't change where the lights were located down here. Just got some really bright lights, put in some really awesome, nice warm carpet. It feels really nice down here. Put in these new transom windows. And I think this turned out really, really nice. So we actually left, there was some old like wood, you see the up there, and I left it up there because I think it kind of, I don't know, I like it. I obviously painted everything white, but it just sort of gives this room a little bit more of a flair than just being a flat white ceiling. And I think it actually looks, I think it looks great. So I'm glad we left it. Back in here, this is where that egress window went. We still have to have our inspector come in and approve all of that, and then we can finish it out. But here's our fourth bedroom in the basement because of that egress window. All right, and so that went in. We added a door here. This used to be just an open frame, but it didn't really make sense because obviously you see the bathroom in there, and it just didn't give this person any, you know, time alone and just privacy. And so we put in that door there. And then now the bathroom that we have here. Hello, everybody. You can see what we did here is we put in a new vanity, got new countertops, and then we'll have our fixtures go in there. I left the mirror that was here because it also just gave people more storage to be able to go in. The boxes aren't back in yet, but I didn't really want to switch that out. And so we just left that as it was. The mirror's not in bad shape. Probably not the most updated mirror, but again, it's also a basement bathroom and we have to think about that when redoing things. Towel bars up there, and then I think I told you guys this little nook right here. You see the shelves right here. We're just doing some built-in shelves. We did it high enough off the ground for that one so that if somebody wanted to put their hamper, you know, under there, they could, instead of having it in their bathroom, or excuse me, in their bedroom, they can just put it in here. Because laundry's not too far away, but just a little bit more extra storage space. That right there, that's the closet for here. And then back behind here, this is where all the mechanicals are. And then we have our light fixtures just going in here too, but this is our new shower. that went in down here. It was already in before, we just had to get a new one because it was a little, it wasn't in good shape. And so we just replaced that. That'll have a light up there. And then this bathroom will pretty much be done, which is great. Like I said, so a full, or 1 3/4 house. And then I'm gonna actually go back the other way because this is not very conducive with this camera. But there's also a 5th, if you wanna call it a 5th bedroom or a 5th non-conforming room that's down here. There is also another closet that's down here. So if somebody wanted to use it as a bedroom, they could. But again, it's going to be non-conforming because that window is not egressed. I did not do an egress down here for that because it didn't make sense. It didn't really add value to the house to put in a 5th bedroom in this neighborhood. And so that's not something we needed to do. And so I didn't. But if somebody wanted to use it for a bedroom, they could, or an office or store, whatever they want to use it for. There's that extra room there for them. And then something that's not super fun to look at, but I think it's important to know, is our laundry room here. We actually did have to do a new panel because it was fuses, and then we just painted the brick down here, cleaned it out. It looks really nice. This room, if you guys remember, on the other side of this was like this boat type thing where this popped out. It was like, this wall used to come out, it kind of came out at an angle like this, and then it was like a bar, but it sort of looked like a boat. And so we closed that off and then just made it another storage location that's closed off, that if, you know, they want to put something in there, they can put some shelves in, whatever it is. And then, yeah, just, we have to obviously fix these, the ceiling panels here still, but, and then we've got a newer washer and dryer that's in here, and then we're pretty much all set there. So, that's it. So I'm really hoping to be finished with this. Like I said, our punch list day is going to be on Friday, and then hopefully finish up everything by Monday or Tuesday of next week. Our appliances will probably be put in on a Friday, and then we'll be able to clean, set up our staging and do all of that and get her on the market. So a 4-bedroom, 5th non-conforming bedroom, 2-bathroom house here in Brooklyn Center. If it's something that you're excited about and want to know more about, get in contact with me. I thank you guys so much for joining me. Next week, yes, Katie, thank you for putting our information in there. Also, if you like the work that we do, and you know, this isn't just about us redoing houses that are empty. If there's something that you want Property House to do for you, you know, like redoing your kitchen or bathrooms or different things like that, we're able to do that as well. So you can always get in contact with us that way. That's something, like I said, if it makes sense for both of us to do, we're more than happy to do it. And then next week, I can't release the name yet because I'm waiting for him to confirm, but our interview with an expert, I will have somebody there for you. But like I said, I'm just waiting for him to confirm, so I'm not going to say who, but that's what we'll be doing next week. I hope everybody had a really lovely new year. We're all looking forward to 2021, I think. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.